Hello and welcome to episode 2 of A Cat and Her Yarn Respun. Today is the first day of the Tour de Fleece and I am spinning on my drop spindle. I got it at Black Sheep Gathering last year. Got a purple shaft, so you can see that. And I am spinning on some samples, fiber samples, that came with various drop spindles and with other fiber purchases that I've been collecting for a while, so I am now spinning them in a rainbow order. And if you want to see more of the colors on my blog at WordPress, I will link to my Ravelry hand-spun project page about it. So as I was saying, today is the first day of the Tour de Fleece. And the Tour de Fleece is an online spinning celebration that takes place alongside the Tour de France, which is a bicycle race in France. Every day that they spin their wheels, we spin our wheels, or drop spindles, as the case may be. The race is 22 days with 2 rest days and 1 challenge day. On the challenge day, we technically supposed to, but everything's a guideline, there's no rules. But if you want, you can pick a new technique, maybe a new fiber you haven't spun with before, or a new fiber tool you haven't used before. And then on the rest days, you don't have to spin, you don't post pictures, but some of us can't help ourselves and spin anyway. But to participate in the Tour de Fleece, you take a picture each day of what you've spun. And you can spin as long or as short as you want, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Most people recommend 15 minutes. And then you take a picture of it and you post it in one of the daily threads on Ravelry. There's also what's called wildcard teams throughout Ravelry, and there are Facebook groups for the Tour de Fleece where you can post your daily progress for those. You can also post on Instagram. There's some Instagram tags and whatnot for people that are only playing on Instagram. But it was, Tour de Fleece was started about 13 years ago, and I started on the year after, 2007 I believe. And this one woman decided it'd be fun to, spin yarn while the racers in France were spinning their bicycles. And it's a great way to increase your skill level because you're spinning every day, and you're encouraged to spin every day, so you don't really have an excuse to say, oh, I'll spin tomorrow, like if you were spinning on your own. And you get to see other people's progress and the pretty things they spun, and some wildcard teams have prizes. So at the end of the Tour de Fleece, they will be depending on how many prizes were donated for each wildcard team, they will do a random number generator for people that participated at least. Well, different teams have different rules. Some you have to participate every day, others as long as you participated once. Some you have to sign up for ahead of time, some you don't. And based on that, they pick several winners. In fact, I won a really pretty drop spindle last year. For a team that I didn't sign up for ahead of time. I just was like, one of my favorite podcasters had a team going that I didn't find out about until maybe the 4th day of the Tour de Fleece, and I decided to start posting my pictures in there, and I ended up winning a spindle. I hadn't planned on playing for prizes, but it was a spindle that from a maker I had wanted a spindle. It was a Kundert spindle, K-U-N-D-E-R-T, however that's pronounced. And I wanted one of his spindles, but I hadn't seen a particular spindle that I really wanted. Like I liked a lot of his styles, but I hadn't seen a combination of woods on a particular style that I wanted, and the one that I want is perfect. It's like a yin-yang symbol, and half of it is tiger wood, zebra wood, which is one of my favorites, and the other half is I'm not sure exactly. It's like cocobolo or one of the other redwoods, which is another, I love all the redwoods. I love purple heartwood, the redwoods, and the stripy woods, and like bird's eye maple. The woods that have like interesting designs to them. naturally. Spalted maple, that kind of stuff. So I was really happy to get that spindle because it was the style I wanted, the yin yang, and in two woods that I really like. And I hadn't been able to find that before. Unfortunately, a lot of the spindles I saw had like a yellow wood, and I'm not a big yellow fan. So if I'd find a design I wanted, it was part of it was made with a yellow wood. And hey, you know, if I'd won that, I'd be fine, but it wasn't one I wanted to purchase. So the fact that I won exactly the spindle I would have purchased if I had seen it ahead of time, it was just great. It was awesome. So that's basically the Tour de Fleece. And like I said, it goes alongside the Tour de France, which is a bicycle race, and today is leg 1, and it started in Noirmoutier-en-l'Île, which is an island on the west coast, kind of mid between south and it's not quite north, it's not quite south, from what I can see on the map, kind of the mid area of the western coast of France. And it goes to Fontenay-le-Comte is where it will end today, and then they'll travel a few miles by car and continue the race in another city that I haven't looked up yet, because I usually, when I look it up each leg of the race, I like to get on Google Maps and kind of look over the race route using Street View on Google Maps. That's a fun thing to do. And if you want to know what the route is, you can go to Le Tour, LETOURE.fr, yes, .fr for France, and they'll show you what the route for the race is going to be, and then you can compare it to Google Maps. It takes a little doing because some of them are major roads and some of them aren't, but it's not too difficult to figure out. And then we'll look at it via Google Maps just to see. This particular route, like I said, it goes kind of along the coast, not right along the coastline, so the riders can't actually see the ocean. But in some of the places, there's what look like communities just like the community my mom lives in. You know, a lot of the single and double wide trailers that are on the beach kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. And then other parts go past some older buildings. And there seems to be a lot of amusement parks in the areas that they're going through, and they'll be going through like a natural preserve towards the end, and then before they swing back up north to Fontenay-le-Comte. So that looks like it's of course they've already had the race today. So as I said, it's probably almost 7 now. Yeah, it's almost 7 now, I think. And so they already had the race in France today, obviously. I got a late start because I had an event with Pokemon Go today. I got into Pokemon Go mostly because my fiance was really into it, and when I realized it was both a treasure hunt and an excuse to walk, I got really into that. So that was fun. And today was one of the 3-hour events. There's another 3-hour event tomorrow. Normally there's only one 3-hour event a month, but because it's the anniversary, the 2nd anniversary of the game, there was a special one today. So we went to that, and I walked all over the place, and I'm a little parched, and I forgot to bring water out, and I'm talking to you really long here. So I think that's all about the Tour de Fleece and the Tour de France. And so I'm just going to keep spinning today, and my timer's telling me that my video is about to end anyways, so I think I will wrap this up for today. I hope you are having a wonderful day, whether you're knitting or crocheting or spinning, and if you're participating in the Tour de Fleece, have a happy Tour de Fleece, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.